Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. We have a fun little puzzle in front of us. It's called Word Search Sudoku by googuee. And as you can see, we have a word search here to go along with our Sudoku, and we're going to use that information to start to determine some numbers throughout this puzzle, but we'll get to that once we get into this thing. So let's take a look at these rules, see what's going on. I like myself a good word search, so I'm going to like this one. So it's normal 9x9 Sudoku, so every row, column, and 3x3 box will contain the digits 1 through 9 once each. We've got an anti-king rule, so cells that are touching, i.e. share a border or corner, cannot contain the same digit as each other. It is called king because that's how king moves in chess. Yes, so this digit here, you won't be able to have any of these other digits in this area be the same because that's how a king can move, one space in any direction. Then we have German whispers. So the green lines in the grid are German whispers. Adjacent digits along lines must have a difference of at least 5. So whatever you are, you have to at least be 5 away from it, and you have to at least be 5 away from that guy. Same for the rest of them. Now we have our word search. So find the following words in the puzzle. Puzzle, killer, Thermo, Kropki, Renban, arrow, clone, grid, cell, even, row, box, and odd. So those are in here somewhere. We're going to have to find all those. And once we do that, the remaining cells may contain only digits from the Fibonacci set. So the portion of the Fibonacci set that is valid for Sudoku will be 1, 2, 3, 5, and 8 as listed here. So nice little mashup between game types here. So let's just kind of dive into it, have a little bit of fun today. How's that going? So let's do that. All right, so links in the description below, as always. Almost forgot to say that. Let's go find some words. All right, I'm going to put on my pen tool real quick, and I think I'm going to use black. Now we have puzzle right here. Let's find the rest of them. Let's see, there's killer. We need Thermo, Kropki, Renban. It's a little bit light, at least on my screen, but I think it reads better on the other screen. But anyway, we're going to get through it. That's fine. So we're looking for Renban here. We need to find Thermo. That's going to be here. We need Kropki. We need arrow. We need clone. Here's Kropki. Arrow and clone. Let's try to find the arrows on the... No, not you. Hello. Lady. Goodness gracious. That's the only thing about the line tool. Sometimes it can be a little crazy. That was arrow. I'm trying to go in order because I don't want to... Because it's a little bit harder for me to see on this particular screen. I want to make sure I get through every one of them properly. So clone and grid. Here's clone. Now let's try to find grid. Let's see. And of course, as we put more lines in here, the letters get a little bit obscured, but we're not going to have them for very long. Actually kind of looking on my other screen here because I can see it a little bit better. Where's another G? Oh, it's down here in the bottom. Okay, grid. Cell and even. Cell is right here. Even, I think, no, I thought I saw it, but it wasn't right. It's here. Row, box, and odd. Here's odd. Here's box. Where's row? It's right on the side here. So that should be all of them. Let's make sure that's correct. So we've got puzzle. We needed killer was here. Thermo, Kropki. Where's that Thermo again? Thermo was here. Kropki was here. Renban was here. Arrow, clone, grid. Arrow was here. Clone, grid, yeah. Cell, even. Cell, even was up here. I remember that. Row, box, and odd. Row, box, odd. Yep, we got them. Okay, perfect. Now, let's just get on every other digit, and we're just going to pop those values in. And then from there, we are going to get rid of our word search. And make sure I get every one of these correctly, though. Don't want to leave one out and then have it come back, and because I almost missed one right there and here. Don't want to miss any. That appears to be correct. So these are from 1, 2, 3, 5, and 8. All right, now let's get removing this so I can see what I'm doing. Go away. No, not you. And we'll get rid of you, and all of these guys. And then we'll move on. Okay, there we go. Now, let's go back in and look at our not our Renbans, our German whispers. Get rid of the 5s on all of them, because those aren't going to help. 1, 2, 3, 5. That's not quite. I was hoping we'd have a quintuple there. 1, 2, 3, 5. No, it doesn't look like any of them have all of the every option. 2, 3. This is the only row that appears to, and then this region as well. But where do we go from there? Let's start thinking about it. Is there any way we can start to get ourselves onto the Renbans? Trying to start to look at things like the 3 will probably be the most powerful on the Renban, because we have to flank it with an 8 and a 9. Yeah, this is not going to be one of these two has to be the 8. That's the easier way to look at it. I saw it using this, but one of these is high, one of these is low. So one of these is the 8, which means you're not the 8, which means you're low, you're low. Okay, you are 8, which means you don't have to be a 3, but you're not 8. So now we know at least we've got the in on this guy. So these guys are from 6, 7s, 8s, and 9s. Can't be 6s, can't be the 8s. So these are a 7, 9 pair. These guys are the other low digits. You can't be a 4. Now you can't be a 3 because these have to be paired with this 7 and a 9. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, which means you are the 5, and you have to be a 6. Good. All right, that gets rid of the 5 in all these. So we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. These are going to be from 6, 7s, and 9s. This one is the 4. Just have to continue our process. You're the 9, you're the 7, which means you're the 3. Perfect. That's a 1, 2 pair now, so you're not. Let's get rid of the 3 and the 8 here. Let's get rid of the 9 here. And let's see if we can figure out the next step here. I was going to say 6 is on this row, but one of these two here, well, not you, but one of these two could be, because obviously we can't put a 6 here because we can't put a 1 or a, well, we can't put a 1, so period. Now this could still be a 3 if this is a 4 and this is a 9, that will work out. Or this could be an 8 with a 3. And then, well, interestingly enough, I think no matter what, we're going to have a 3, 8, 9 triple here. Or maybe not quite. No, I said it would be a 3, 4 with the 9. That was the other way. And if this was the 8, it would be a 3 with the 9. So I guess there's some givens there, but not sure they tell us exactly what we need. Let's try to find some more work we can do with, let's say, these 3s. The 8 doesn't see anything else. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see what else we can do then. Where's the next bit of info? I don't know that we can determine these other German whispers. Just I completely forgot there's a king's move, isn't there? There is an anti-king. Okay, now I don't know if that's going to tell us whole much, but it is something we can look at. You're not an 8. None of these can be 4s, so that is helpful now because it means one of these two is, and obviously it can't be you. So you are a 4, you are a 9, you have to be a low digit. That doesn't quite correlate. None of you are 4s, one of you will be. What about 7s here? One of those two is. Don't know if we can say too much more about those guys. 8s, 9s. We know one of these is a 9. We can't rule this out as a 4, though. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 8. No, not quite enough information there. 1, 2. I guess we can take the 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, and start to just. I guess it doesn't really tell us too much about what this can be, does it? Because it could be 4, can't be 6, can't be 7, can't be 8, but it could be a 9. That's not the greatest. Okay. I don't know if these guys help us too much either, because they're 4s, 6, 7s, and 9s. You're not 7, you're not 6. That's really what that tells us. Oh, the 8, here. King's move again. This is a 3. That's perfect. That tells us this is the 4 and the 9. That's what we needed. Go away. You are a 6, which means you are 7, 6. You are 9. Good. What are these two then? They're going to be 5 and 8. You guys are not 8s. No 3s over here. Anything else that's being removed? I was looking for some more king's move that might help us there, but I don't know that they necessarily do. Okay, let's try to find something else to get moving on. It's probably we're gonna have to get into some of these other German whispers to make things work. Do we start to think about this guy, because we have a decent number of these high digits pointing straight into here. So if this was a high, it would be an 8. Can we use that to our advantage? The same goes for this one. I guess what we know is that one of these two is absolutely a low digit. Although I don't know if we can say the same about the other one. Okay. Maybe we just keep moving with the Sudoku and see if we can find anything. No one of those will be. You can't be, you can't be, you can't be. I don't think that's going to tell us too much just yet. At least not on that front. 9s, I guess? Oh yeah, we could do 9s. There we go. Just had to look at the right number. None of these can be 9s. King's move. This is a 9. So none of you can be 9s anymore. So one of you two is. Let's keep rolling, because I think we have more information we can do here. One of these two is a 9. Which removes all of those. Just means one of those is. I don't think that helps us too much. Okay. Anything else? I don't think we have anything worthwhile on the 8s. 7s we can do more work with. You are a 7, so you are a 7. None of you are. Okay. Perfect. This is a 7-9 pair, so we know what our high and low is. Okay. So we go high and high. Since we already have 7 and 9, these have to be 6 and 8. Well, guess what? You can't be a 6. You are the 8. You are a 6. You are a 1. You're not a 1 or an 8. The 7, 9, does that tell us anything? Let's go to the lows on this guy. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're not going to be a 4. You're not going to be a 4. You're not a 1. And I don't think we can actually say much more than that. You're not a 1. Okay, let's keep rolling to sevens then. One of you two is, so none of you can be. What did we say the other one was? The nines. We got sevens and nines being pushed into this corner right now. Because with these guys, the sevens say none of you can be. With the nines, none of you can be. The eight, it's one of those types of situations. I guess we can't quite say what's what. Okay, let's think. Let's just keep going down the line, maybe. Let's go back to our Sudoku. Because we found a few things just looking at the Sudoku with the king's move, so maybe there's more there to it. One of those two is a 3. I don't think 3s are going to get us very far. One of these two is a 4. That pushes a 4 right here. That means you're not. Let's keep rolling. One of you two is. Good. That means you're not. And you are. And what else do we have? None of you guys. You, or you. So it's one of those. I think that's about as good as we get, because any of these could be as well. Okay. Well, we got a little bit of something there. Let's keep trying. What's next on our list? So let's try to think about 5. We have a 1, 2, 3 trip here. Can't quite rule out 5s in any given space here. 7s. Got 2 opportunities for the 7s. We've got 2 opportunities for the 9s, but they're 2 different opportunities from 7 and 9. 2 places possibles for 6s. Yeah, let's go to this 6 though and start thinking about you. Because one of you two is going to be a 6, which means none of you are. Just means one of you are. None of you guys can be, so one of you is. One of you has to be. Okay, there we go. Again, having to find the right digit. This is a 6. If that's a 6, that means this is a 6, which then pushes the 4. Good. 2, 3. These are 5, 7s, and 9s left over. That is going to help us now because we have the 5 and the 9. Just make sure that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 8. Yep, 5, 7s, and 9s. This is the 7, which means you are the 9, and you are the 5. That means you're a 7, and you're not. So one of you two is. All right. The 8 and the 9 are actually not helping us in any real way when it comes to the German whisper there. So let's try to find something else we can work with. What will that be? 1, 2, 3, 8. Don't think we have enough information there yet. Trying to correlate. Oh, the 8 here is going to get us back to the 5 and the 8. We'll do that for now. That gets rid of you as a 5, puts you in as a 5, means you're not a 5. Okay. Should probably put these guys in a bit. You're not a 5. One of you 3 will be a 5 now. Which means one of you 2 is. One of you two, that no, doesn't correlate back. What about you? You're probably, yeah, you're just a 1 or a 2. You have to get these guys pared down a little bit. Okay. 1s, 2s, and 3s. Still don't quite know how to work these guys. Okay, let's go up here for just a second. I don't think it's going to tell us a whole lot, but we might as well. 1, 2, 4, and 7. And you're not the 4. I guess we know these guys are different in terms of one of them's the 1, one of them's the 2. that may come in handy at some point, but I don't know if it does at the moment. Because we could then start to say like that guy and that guy are the same digit, etc., etc. 4, 5. Okay, we got to find something else we can get working with. So let's go back again and start thinking about Sudoku and what more we can do with it. I don't think we got a ton of information. What about the 4? We still kind of in that mode? Yeah, I think we are. Okay. Let's keep searching, keep searching. Here we go. 5s. You have to be a 5. Yes, that's correct. Okay, which means you're not. None of you guys are, none of you guys. That's good, because that's going to tell us one of you two is, which then rules this out as being a 5. So you are a 5. This becomes a 2, 3 pair. These have to be 4, 5, and 8. You're not the 5. You're not a 4. Hello. Why did you not switch? Go. Okay, you're not 8. I guess we still don't really know which one of these is which. Trying to find a correlation there, but I don't quite have it. Okay. These are 1s, 2s, 3s, and 6s. No, it's not going to tell me too much more. Okay. Where's the next little bit of info? It's probably again going to be part of our Sudoku / King's move. So let's dig into that again. None of these are 6s, so one of you is. We said one of those. Okay, we have an X-wing on 6s now then. Okay, that means these are not, and this is. It's a tiny little bit. It just leaves us with the X-wing, and nothing's touching it just yet. Okay, let's jump into some of these other guys then too. One of you is 7, one of you, one of you. I think those are all fine. Let's jump into the 8s. Oh, here we go. Again, just missing this guy. This is a 5. You're not. And actually that 5 will finish this 5 and give us this 6. So let's put those in. I think that was the last of the 5s once we put this one in. Good. All right, let's check on those 6s. We can put the last one of those in. Good. Just verifying. Perfect. Let's get into the 7s again. X-wing still. So let's come back to those 8s. Those are 1s, 2s, and 3s. Okay. One of those is an 8. Okay, this one's not 8, so you are. You're not an 8. So this is a 9-8 pair, actually. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is either 2 or 3. 2s and 3s all around, so the 8s can continue their work. This is an 8. Can we go any further? No, no, no. Kind of surprised we haven't gotten into this guy yet, and maybe there is work that could have been done there. I just haven't gotten onto it. None of those, none of those. Okay, I don't see anything more in the 8s, so let's try the 9s. We might have... No, looks just like we have a bit of Sudoku there. Okay, let's see if we can figure out this German Whisper then. You can't be a 3, because you'd have to do an 8-9 pair. We can't. 2 could work if this was a 7-8. 1 could work if this was a 7-8. And then 8. I think it would have to be like a 1-3 or a 2-3 to not break this guy. And those all seem like they can work. Well, it couldn't be an 8-2-3. So if this was an 8, it would be a 1-3 pair. And we said if it's a 1 or a 2, it's a 7, 8 in this specific order. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 7. No, not quite. All right, we're going to have to find something else. This guy can't be a 3. By, again, you. So one of you two is, which means you're not. Oop, wrong button. One of those two is. Keep searching for a little helper here on King's Move. I guess we know one of these has to be a 1, right? Because if this was a 2-3 pair, this would break. So that means you're not a 1. Maybe there's something more like that. This is a 1, 2, or a 3. One of you will be a 3. We said one of those was a 3. Okay, that works. Once we look at this guy as having a 3, we have this 3 here. One of these two will be a 3, so you're not, and you are. We take what bits of information we can get. What are you guys? You're now 3, 7, and 9. You're obviously not the 9. You're not the 3. You could be no 7 because of King. I think all those work. This is a 1, 2, 8 trip. So this is a 4 just straight up. Okay, there we go. 8 and 4. That's going to say you are the low digit. Okay, perfect. 8, 7, 9, 3, and that hopefully gets us rolling. You're not an 8. You're not a 7. The 1, 2 pair says you are the 3. 2, not 2. Did we have an 8 or a 9 cut over? Doesn't look like it did, does it? You're not a 2. 1, 2, 3, 1's 2's, 1's 2's. This can't be a 2 now because these guys are reduced, so this is the 3 and the 2. Good. That's going to force you to be the 3, you the 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1. 2. The 4 here will give us the 7 and the 4, which means you're a 7, you're a 9. You guys are a 1, 8 pair, so you are the 8, you are the 1. This will do it, 2 and 1. This will give us the 9 and the 8, and you are a 2 and a 1. There we go. Solve the puzzle. Solution is correct. Cool. It hasn't been out for 107 days. It must have been created at some other point and then just put on here. It's been out for a couple of days, though, I think, at this point. So a fun puzzle. I really did enjoy kind of like the two-part puzzle here. Essentially, we had a word search. We solved the word search, put in some digits from that, and then go from there and find how all this stuff works. So fun puzzle. Really enjoyed that one. Hope you all did as well. And we'll see you next one. Thanks a lot.